She told her husband, "You're just not doing enough." As she packed her bags, Ada believed a fairy tale existed somewhere else, a man who would be everything her current husband, Chidi, was not. Chidi was a good man, steady and kind, but his salary was modest. And his idea of romance was helping with chores, not surprise trips to Dubai. Her friends whispered in her ear, "All men are the same, girl, but at least find one with money." The constant comparison chipped away at their foundation until it crumbled. Ada saw Chidi's love as a quiet, flickering candle. But she craved a bonfire, and she believed she found it in Emeka. He was everything Chidi wasn't: a charming, wealthy, and spontaneous. He showered her with gifts and promises of a life she'd only dreamed of. The wedding was lavish, the honeymoon was a blur of luxury. For a while, it felt like she had finally won. But bonfires burn out fast, the excitement faded, and the reality of Emeka started to show. His charm turned into control. His spontaneity was actually recklessness. He was rarely home, and when he was, his phone was more important than she was. He never once asked about her day or offered to help when she was tired. He was a provider of things, but a taker of peace. The quiet, flickering flame of Chidi's love suddenly seemed like the most powerful beacon in the world. She missed his gentle hands, his tired smile after a long day's work, the way he'd make her tea just the way she liked it without her even asking. The small, consistent acts of love she had once dismissed as not enough were now the very things her heart ached for. She had traded a king who treated her like a queen for a prince who treated her like a possession. The grass she had run to with such certainty was dry, barren, and full of thorns. One day, drowning in regret, she drove back to the small, humble home she had once shared with Chidi. She rehearsed her apology, the tears already flowing. She was ready to beg, to promise she had learned her lesson, to do anything to get her old life back. But as she pulled up, she saw it. Laughter spilled from the open doorway. Chidi was on the porch, swinging a little girl in his arms, while a woman, his new wife, looked on with a smile so full of joy it broke Ada's heart into a million pieces. He had moved on. He had healed. He had built a new life on the ashes of the one she had burned down. It was too late. The door to her past was closed forever. She sat in her car, the engine off, and finally understood. The problem was never that all men are the same. The problem was that she didn't know how to value the good man she had. She had been looking for a perfect marriage, not realizing that a good marriage isn't something you find, it's something you build. It's built with commitment, with patience, with forgiveness, and with the wisdom to water your own grass instead of just admiring your neighbor's. The greatest love stories are not the ones that start with a fiery explosion, but the ones that are nurtured day by day with quiet, unwavering devotion. Don't let comparison steal your joy. Learn to see the value in what you have before it becomes what you had. Have you ever learned a hard lesson about appreciating what you have? Share your story in the comments below. We can all learn from each other. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more life lessons.